everyone, welcome back to another Directors Educational Special. Here, we make learning easy. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and ask questions. Let's get into class. Hello, welcome to class. I'm your literature teacher, and today we'll be talking about the drama, The Lion and the Giraffe. You know, in drama, we're told we have so many texts that we're using for this JAM series. But today we'll be focusing on The Lion and the Giraffe. Have you read it? If you have read it, would you categorize it as a comedy or a tragicomedy? I'll be expecting your answers in the comment section. Alright, look at the story, The Lion and the Giraffe. The story began, or the major characters we have in the drama is Baroka, Sidi, Lakmule. The minor characters we have Sadiku, the favorite wife, the first girl, the second girl, the third girl. And then we have to play, which are mimes the Wole Soyinka decided to insert in the play. I hope you know what a mime is. Don't tell me you don't know it. Right. Lakmule is a semi-literate man who had the opportunity to live in Ujinle and has seen so many things. Despite the fact that he was not well educated, but he decided in the village of the blind that the king is usually the one-eyed man. And Lakmule was the only educated person, so definitely he runs the school. And the play was introduced with us hearing rhymes from the school, 2 times 1 and 2, 2 times 3 or 4, like that. And then Sidi walks in, tying wrapper on her chest, with a pail of water on her head. We are told that Sidi is a beautiful young lady. And then when she walks in, Lakmule rushes out the moment he sees her and seizes her pail, telling her that she's not properly dressed, exposing her parts of her body just because she's looking for a husband. He told her he's interested in her and wants to marry her. And she told him that if he's ready to pay her bride price, she would definitely marry him. But he said no. Why would he pay bride price as if he's buying her? And then she asked him, would you make me a bowl for the village spit, a cheap bowl for the village spit? And then they were having their arguments back and forth, even talking about how women are not as intelligent as men, and so on and so forth. And the first girl rushes in to tell Sidi that the stranger has arrived. Now the stranger was a cameraman who came in a car. If you've read the play, the drama, it will tell you he came in the devil's own horse. And then the first time he came in the devil's own horse, describing a car. The second time we're told he came with another horse, which this time it has only 2 legs, talking about a motorcycle. I think it's not common in Ilujinle, hence it was looking strange to them. Now when the stranger arrived, he had some difficulties. I think he fell in the water, all because he was appraising the beauty of Sidi. And then the Baroka sent men to pick him up. He was able to save his camera despite the fact that he was drunk. And the Baroka made him, Baroka being the ballet, made him to drink the more. And then he took pictures of so many pictures of Sidi, and then I think one of Baroka beside the village latrine. And that made Sidi so proud, because she said, finally, me, Sidi, I am in all the glossy images. I have gone far and wide, like the jewel of a king's throne. And that was where she described herself as a jewel. Now, while they were discussing, somehow they had to mime how the stranger came in, play, remember? How the stranger came to the community, how he took pictures and everything they occurred. And right on cue, Baroka, the ballet, walks in. And when he walks in, remember Lakule being the semi-literate was always having issues with Baroka because their ideologies are different. Lakule is of the younger generation. He believes in innovations. He believes in things getting better for their society. Meanwhile, Baroka is of the age of the older generation who believes things should be as they are. He doesn't want any changes. So both of them definitely will always have conflict of interest. So the moment Lakule saw Baroka, he was about to leave, and then Baroka was of the opinion, why are you leaving? I am enjoying the play. And then Lakule said, you shouldn't be enjoying things like this. And he said, no, if I don't enjoy things like this, I would be living a dull life. And when Lakule tries to escape, he has someone to pick him up. And then Lakule still doesn't get why he was being apprehended until they were about to raise a slap on him. And he finally remembered that, oh, I am still acting a drama or a play. And then it continued until when he took pictures and he left the community. And then while Baroka looked at everything, he kept on appraising Sidi. Sidi was beautiful. Baroka has been seeing her, but I think the stranger coming to take pictures of her made Baroka to feel, wow, I never knew I had such a beautiful maiden in my community. And then he remembered that, oh, it has been 5 full months since last I took a wife. Now, the play The Lion and the Jewel is divided into 3, using the day, each moment of the day, morning, noon, and night. Now, the morning is just what I've explained from the beginning. Now, let's talk about the noon. The noon specifically talked about how Sadiku was introduced, her flaws, and then Sidi's haughtiness, and Lakule's own pride. How? Here's it. It began with Sadiku coming to meet Sidi, telling Sidi that the Baroka has sent her to tell her that he wants her to be his wife. And Sidi, because she was already proud of herself, so full of herself, said, oh, I can't marry the Baroka. Why would I marry him? Oh, if not for the stranger that took my pictures, would the Baroka think of marrying me? She became so full of herself. She allowed pride to get into her. And you know, pride goes before a fall. And then Lakule tried to talk to her. She refused to listen. And Sadiku felt Lakule was the one who had trained her to become haughty, who has no respect or regard for anyone. And Sadiku had no choice but to return to Baroka to tell Baroka that the errand you sent me was a failure. I couldn't achieve anything. And Baroka thought and thought. But meanwhile, before Sadiku got to where Baroka was, the favorite wife and the last wife was plucking hairs out of the armpits of Baroka. She has not been able to do it very well. And then the moment Baroka made her understand, I will be taking a new wife today, she started doing it with ease. And Baroka said, don't worry, nobody is going to take your position. You will keep doing this for me. And Sadiku comes in, so the young wife had to leave. And then Sadiku told him, the errand you sent me was a failure. It was a big failure. And Baroka, being the witty man, being the cunning man he was, thought and thought and thought, what can I do? And he came up with something. And he told Sadiku, thank God she did not accept. Because if she had accepted, what would have become my fate? I felt seeing her young virgin blood. It would have awakened me. I have lost the use of my mouth. And Sadiku was like, my lord, how did it happen? Like a woman who cared for her husband. And the conversation went on. Finally, Baroka begged Sadiku, please, don't tell anyone. Remember I said, Baruka is a cunning man. Baruka knows that Sadiku can never keep things to herself. You know those people that they will say they use lace to mop their body when they were babies? Yes. Sadiku was a loose woman when it comes to her tongue. She can't control it. And Baruka knows very well. He knows that that information would not be kept to herself. And that Sidi will want to come and tempt him. So you awaited Sidi coming to tempt him. And that was how the noon ended. But before it ended, Lakunle told Sidi about the contractor who was supposed to allow a railroad to pass through Ilujinle. But that the Baruka bribed the man, and the man said, I made a mistake. Even this soil, the railroad should not pass this way. Even this soil cannot hold a railroad. And he left. And Sadiku said, were you there? But Sidi said, I want to hear. I want to know what happened. And Sidi heard all these things. But that still did not stop Sidi. Now let's move on to night. After Sadiku got that information, she ran to where Sidi was. Now Sidi, I think, might have been doing one thing or the other. And then she saw that Sadiku losing a cloth that she carried. And the cloth was now the image of Baruka, the ballet. And Sadiku dropped it and started dancing. Wrong it. Now we have scotched them. We have overcome them. And then Sidi asked, what is going on? And Sidi said that the lion is no longer a lion because he has lost something. And Sidi was like, wow, and he wanted to marry me. And she started laughing. Sidi, the proud girl. And Lakule came into the picture and asked the women, what's going on, telling them that it is not even full moon yet and both of you are mad at the same time. And they said, you cannot understand because you're not a woman. And then somehow Lakule got wind of what Sidi was about to do. And Lakule warned her, don't try it though. Sadiku is a 60-year-old woman, and Baruka is a 62-year-old man. At least they are old enough to be able to keep themselves. But Sadiku doesn't act her age. She was always here and there, running around. Even if you read the play, you realize that they did not respect her as the Olori that she's supposed to be, because she doesn't know how to keep her mouth shut. Even Lakule described her as a woman who meets someone today, asking them to sup or have dinner or lunch with Baruka, and the next day they become his wives and concubines. And then the story went on that Sidi insisted on going to test Baruka. Now Baruka was already expecting her. So she promised Lakule and Baruka that they should keep, Lakule and Sadiku, that they should keep waiting for her, and she would go and come back successfully. And she left there. And getting there, Baruka was expecting her, but he pretended to be having a wrestling match with one of the wrestlers. And then Sidi was entertained. Even Sidi had a bet that, the wrestler would win, Baruka will win. She was enjoying herself. And then the wrestler left after being beaten. And Baruka decided to show her, and look at the stamps I've made. I have so many good visions for Ilujinle. I have so many plans for Ilujinle. So look at this, look at this, look at this. I've done all this, I've prepared all this. Don't worry, I have good plans. And then she was enjoying everything. She took palm wine, she enjoyed herself. But she has not yet achieved her aim. She wanted to mock Baruka. And then the time came when Baruka started caressing her. She wanted to see. And then the lion pounced on her. And to her shock, she realized that the lion was still very much active. We expected her to be ashamed because all this while she has rejected Lakunle. Even when she saw the picture of herself in the magazine, she said, that each leaves represent the 3 hearts that she will break. And what are the 3 hearts? The first is the stranger, the second is Baroka, the third is Lakunle. And then she decided to take drummers with her, and she has become Iyawo Oba, the wife of a king. And she went, they got to where Lakunle and Sadiku was. And Sadiku asked, what happened? And then she asked Lakunle, will you marry me? Lakunle said, yes, I will marry you. Now, today, whenever you want, I will marry you. And Sidi said, no, I want it to be now. And Lakunle said, you will give me time. I will have to tell my students. It's not as if I'm asking permission from them, but I just want to tell them. I can't be a bachelor today, and then tomorrow, I'll become a married man. There's still the asking to be done. He started giving excuses. And Sidi laughed. And Sidi went home to take her goods. And then she came and knelt down. Remember, it was now dark around the market square. She knelt down in front of Sadiku and said, please bless me and my worldly goods. And immediately Sadiku understood what had happened. And Sadiku blessed her and asked her to go. She took up herself, and Lakunle was worried. What's going on? And when Lakunle saw that, it seems like she has become the wife of Baroka automatically. No, she has been insisting on her bride price being paid. At the end of the day, did Baroka pay her bride price? He didn't. She became his wife, just like that. And then, finally, Lakunle, seeing that he has lost one woman, saw another woman shaking weights in his front and decided to follow her. And that's all about the play, The Lion and the Juror. Let's now talk about the characters. The major character, Baroka, who is the lion, who represented the older generation. No matter how wise a young man is, he will not be as wise as his parents because they have experiences, they've seen things. So, unlike someone who is just starting up, you would make mistakes before you can get to their level. So, Baroka is a very cunning man who knew how to prey or to catch his prey. No matter if one method doesn't work, another would work. Now, the character Sadiku, she represented a loose woman. She represented someone who does not know how to keep information to themselves. Like I tell my students, whenever you have dreams and aspirations, write it down, work on it, allow it to come to reality before you begin to tell people. Because there are some people that will not allow you to achieve these dreams, right? And then let's talk about Sidi. Sidi is like the present day Nigeria. Beautiful. Nigeria has a beautiful culture. Nigeria has a lot of things. Nigeria is blessed with crude oil, gold, with so many minerals. But right now, Nigeria is one of the poorest countries in the world. Why? Because Nigeria does not know how to maximize the value of what they have. Just like Sidi. Do you get it? And then finally, Lakunle. Despite the fact that he was semi-literate, he had good ideologies. He had things that could make Jinle a better place. He has gone to Ibadan. He has gone to Lagos. He has seen many of those things. But no one believed him because they felt he was just giving a mad talk. Now let's answer questions on The Lion and the Juror. The acts are named according to, remember I told you morning, noon, and night. They are named according to what? Times of the day. Another question. Sidi is doing what at the beginning of the play? Now remember I told you that Sidi was carrying a bucket of water. What does Lakunle want from Sidi? What does Lakunle want from Sidi? Lakunle wants Sidi to be a modern wife. Lakunle wants what? Sidi to be a modern wife. What was Lakunle's job in the drama? Lakunle was a school teacher. Lakunle was what? A school teacher. Now, how is the ballet described? The Bala is described as a 62-year-old cunning man. The Bala is described as what? A 62-year-old cunning man. Which of the following is not a theme? Remember, we didn't touch themes here, but we might do that in our next class. Which of the following is not a theme in The Lion and the Jewel? Now, money and fame is a theme. Tradition and modernity is a theme. Manipulation and trickery is a theme. But men and women is not a theme. Okay? This is the words of the women. At this moment, our star sits in the center of the sky. We are supreme. These words were spoken by who? And when Sadiku was mocking Baroka, that she was happy that Baroka has lost the use of his manhood, and she was having this chat with Sidi, that was when she made the statement. So Sadiku was the one who made the statement. Now, which of the following characters traits will apply to Lakunle? Lakunle is a comic and absurd person. He thinks differently from how he's supposed to think. Now, the two characters that symbolize the lion and the jewel are Baroka and Sidi. I hope you enjoyed today's class. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. See you in our next class. Do have a wonderful day. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Bye-bye.